The zombie genre was dead and buried by the late 90s, pun intended. But the genre had a renaissance in the early 2000s, thanks to two movies. One, a cheesy but fun action horror film based on a Japanese game, and the other, an English horror film that completely revolutionized the genre. Contrary to popular belief, it is actually rare for one film to start a trend. Usually it's one film that comes and does something original, and then a follow-up film comes later to prove it wasn't a fluke. Think Halloween and Friday the 13th for the slasher boom. For the zombie renaissance, it was Resident Evil and 28 Days Later. The original film completely changed the rules for the genre. Honestly, the zombies weren't even dead. They were just diseased people similar to people with an aggressive form of rabies. The people got insane, their eyes turned blood red, and they attack anything close to them out of some unknown rage. They also vomit blood and turn within seconds of being infected, which means you have no time to say goodbye. And they don't eat human flesh, and they run like Olympic medalists. To be honest, I respect this film more than I like it. To me, it's actually too fast-paced. Too much stuff going on all the time. You don't get to know the characters, and it's a bit disorienting. And honestly, I'm a Romero traditional zombie purist. I like the slow-moving suckers. You can do a lot more with that concept. But I can't deny the film's impact and influence. To me, I actually prefer the sequel, 28 Weeks Later, as far as pure entertainment value. But what of the new film? This is the first time I reviewed a film that was new in the theaters, and honestly I wasn't all that excited. I just went because I hadn't been to the movies for a long time and wanted to get out of the house. But I was pleasantly surprised. Honestly, this movie is my personal favorite of the series. If you go into it expecting an action-packed bloodbath, you'll be sorely disappointed. The gore is intense but sporadic, and the film is leisurely paced. But that's okay, because that's not what the film is going for. It's instead a character study with zombies. The zombies look great here. Thin, emaciated, dirty, gray, and there's variety. In fact, there's some zombies here that are so slow they make Romero zombies look fast. Here, England is for all intents and purposes destroyed. There's no real civilization, and society has digressed to something like 19th century pioneer America. There's not even any internet or guns. The people have taken to hunting zombies like deer. In fact, it's a rite of passage that a boy has to go to an infected zone and kill one to prove he's a man. The film at its core is a coming-of-age story about a good boy who has a mother with an undiagnosed illness. She seems to be a bit crazy, but since there's no doctors, no one can diagnose her. The boy sees a mysterious guy when he hunts the zombies, who used to be a doctor, but instead the people seem to fear him like he's a boogeyman. But is he, or is he just misunderstood? After he loses faith in his father, he abandons the community and he decides to go back to the infected zone to find the doctor to save his mother. It's a film with a surprising amount of heart. What it really is at its core is a story of a boy disillusioned with society who has to learn to grow up and accept the fact that everyone is going to die, and there's nothing he can do about it. It's poetic and honestly kind of beautiful. It's a tale of growing up in a harsh world and learning to accept the inevitability of death. I like the movie a lot, but is it better than the original? Technically no, because the original literally kick-started a once great genre that had died. In the original, though I find it a bit dull at times, and it's actually my least favorite, is simply the most important, which makes it the best by default. But do I like this film better, just on personal preference? Yeah, I do. If you want zombie action, the other two films are better. But if you want a dark movie with a heart, it's impossible not to enjoy this film. Oh, and by the way, there's a really skinny zombie who bears a striking resemblance to the hero from the original. Just saying.